I'm David, and this is Grocery Dad. Welcome and welcome back. This is the impossible challenge. Can I feed a family of 5 for a whole week using only Aldi ingredients and keep the entire bill under $150? The final total might very well shock you, so stick around for the next 8 minutes and find out. So this was one of those days when I was trying to get to the store like all day, and I eventually rocked up about 30 minutes before they shut the door. So time was against me, but I had two things on my side. One was the fact I was shopping at Aldi, making the whole thing quicker and easier and cheaper than mainstream stores. But the other was the fact I only shop 20 core groceries every week, and that takes away all the decision fatigue. It takes away any of that, ooh, I might just get that for a treat. So what you notice when you shop like this is you spend plenty of time, probably a disproportionate amount of time in the produce aisle. And so this is really one of the only places in the store where I'm quite happy to buy extras, depending on what's in season, depending on what's a good price, like those peaches, the shrooms, apparently was some sort of super save. I never really know what that means in Aldi. I think it's just marketing fluff, but wanted those anyway. In general, though, this is where I'll buy extras. I know the children are going to eat it. They love the apples too. I mean, if you can get your kids hooked on fruit, it is just going to make such a massive difference to their health and your wealth compared to buying all that prepackaged convenience snacks and bars and stuff in boxes and bags. Mangoes are in season in Oz right now, so I'll grab one of those. I'm looking here for mandarins, which I know are not in season right now, but I'm also not going to go down the route of anything that's bagged or in nets if I don't have to. Just don't want to go down that route. Avocados, obviously obligatory. If you live in Oz, you have to have a few of those on hand at any one time. And tomatoes, this situation was interesting. I know that there is a cheaper kind of tomato there on the shelf. You just saw it. But honestly, we've tried those a few times. They're really tasteless. So regrettably, sort of under duress, I go for the slightly more expensive option on that one. Over we go to the greens. Now, we were in a pretty good position for this. We had leeks, we had kale at home already. What we didn't have was celery. And a thank you to a viewer who kind of made me switch on to using the leaves there. I used to cut them off, chuck them in the bin. Now I cut them off, put them in the freezer, and then they go back into a stock when we make that at some point later in the week. Zucchini, courgette, if you're British. We use that loads and loads and loads now. Zucchini goes in pastas, goes in stews, goes in all sorts of stuff. Green pepper / capsicum, I put into omelettes, I put into scrambled eggs. Onions, red and white, obviously the base of everything, go in pretty much all the meals we eat. And then I picked up a couple of sweet potatoes as well. Great for mash, great for homemade chips too. Now you see what I mean about the time here, okay? I've just finished produce. I spent about 10 minutes in the store. I've only just got into meat. They're going to kick me out in 20 minutes, but this is where I'm spending the bulk of my time. Few different types of mints have gone in the cart there. I'm not entirely sure why I bought so much. We'll come back to that later. And then it's on into chicken. We've got the chicken thigh pack. That's what we make loads of stews and curries with. And we needed some bacon as well, so that's going to go in the freezer. And a little bit of ham too. So literally, I've just finished with the fresh food. And by comparison, this is where I know a lot of people spend time and money. Candy, cookies, all down that side. And then flip around for chips and more chips. Now, I do buy a bag of chips occasionally, okay, but it's maybe 4 times a year. I've talked about how I have the potential to eat a family bag of chips in like 11 and a half minutes, but as a rule, there's nothing down there that I want. And I don't know, I guess it's just a real shame seeing people trying to stick to a budget, but then getting sucked down those aisles and blowing their cash on tons and tons of junk food every week. Anyway, while I've been gabbling, you see me pick up butter, cheese. Those will last us easily longer than a week. Now, yogurt, we make our own. And we got to a stage where we needed to get some fresh culture. We've been using the same culture for a couple of rotations. I would normally buy the big one, but it turned out that the small pot offered a better unit price on this occasion, so I picked up 2. Milk finishes off dairy, then off into baking to get some flour for sauces, for homemade snacks, for sourdough bread. Haven't got back onto the sourdough bread since we moved, but I feel it coming very, very soon because we're missing Holly's fabulous homemade bread big time. We had a fair bit of pasta at home already, so just needed a couple of bags there. Chopped tomatoes, canned tomatoes. I do not like to pay extra for Australian tomatoes. Does that make me a bad person? Is that an environmentally unsound decision? Let me know in the comments. Oregano, we needed as well. And of course tuna. Yes, I know, canned tuna. contains mercury. I've done the research and I am comfortable that we are not consuming enough to suffer from any kind of mercury poisoning. We'd have to be consuming an awful lot more than we do. Go to the eggs. If you buy them in Aldi, you've got to check every single one, folks. That's the only guidance I can give you on that. And there's that bread that we are having to buy at the moment. I don't like buying shop bought. It's got lots of random stuff in it that I don't really want, but that is where we are at the moment while we deck out our kitchen. And last thing on the list is the trusty bag of frozen veg. So that goes in, and then off I go around to the checkout. The cashier was very, very friendly. She indulged me while I told her I needed to video everything that I was putting out on the conveyor belt, even though by this point it was about 7:55 and she no doubt wanted to go home. And there you kind of have the proof. I actually had to sneak out of this side door, just kind of back my car out through this door, and they locked up behind me. So I've obviously just crept in under the radar there. But, think about that for a minute. Can you get a weekly shop for the family done in under 25 minutes? Probably not. But when you shop for ingredients, you take all of the impulse buys out of the equation. You stop looking for what's on sale in convenience foods and ready meals. And obviously, if you shop at a discounter, it makes your life a hell of a lot easier too. So back out to the car, slung it all in. And then to my horror, I realised I had to sneak back into the store to get my dollar out of the trolley, which I did. So, look after the pennies. And here is my haul, laid out on the kitchen table. When you do this, a couple of simple checks I like to keep in mind. First of all, how much packaged food is there? Packaged generally equals ultra processed. I know ultra processed is not good value for money, and it doesn't stretch to multiple meals like my fresh food does. So that's check number one. Check number two is, what is the ratio of fresh food? That's my fruit, my veg, my meats, to my packaged goods. Even if I haven't got much convenience food on the table, if the amount versus fresh food is high, I know that I've still got opportunities for me to cut my food bill even further by adding more fresh to the cart. A bonus check for you that I always run here: how many brands do you see on this table? Well, I'll give you this one, folks. There are 0 national brands here because I don't want to pay their marketing budget. I want to keep that money in my pocket and spend it on something else. So, next grocery haul video you see, run those 3 checks as that person piles their haul out on a table and see if you can start to spot how many different ways they could be saving more money. Quick word on all that mince. We've moved house. We are basically ripping out our kitchen day by day, and I'm looking for quick, easy proteins that we can batch cook, stick it in an instant pot and make loads and loads of portions out of it, and mince really does fit that bill right now very, very well. But what else would you recommend if you were in that situation right now? Just a couple of cans of chickpeas there because we've stocked up loads since we moved house a few weeks ago. There is kind of the one treat purchase, the bag of peanuts, but basically everything else you see on this table is an ingredient of some type if it isn't a fruit, and that means it's going to stretch further, it's going to make more meals, healthier meals, and this is the number one way we keep our food bills down and our food budget stable. I've mentioned the homemade yogurt already, that's saving us hundreds of dollars a year. Homemade bread, I mentioned 2, and look, this is not the worst store-bought bread there is, but it still costs $3.50, whereas we make ours for about $1 a loaf, and it's got north of 15 ingredients in it, including emulsifiers. So cutting back on this stuff as much as you possibly can is just common sense. So there you have it, my friends, my Aldi ingredients only grocery haul for the week for my family of 5. And the big question I asked at the top, did this entire haul come in under $150? The answer is easily. $127 this all came to. Now, I met someone over the weekend who told me she spends more than 3 times that amount, and she said she has fewer mouths to feed than I do. So do me a favour, okay? Share this video with someone you know is overspending on groceries, and then subscribe to the channel yourself if you want to know what we make with all these ingredients, and if you want to know all the sneaky little ways those grocery stores get you spending more on food than you need to. Thumbs up in the comments if you like this one, and I'll see you in this playlist for more smart shopping advice.